This is the crazy thing. Like, this guy wanting to do this in the past, nobody would have even known anything about him. Nobody would have even heard of this guy. I mean, maybe they'd write about him in a local paper or something, right? But now with the internet, like, we get to enjoy this guy's life and the content and he's experiencing in real time. He can make money off it. He can make an actual career off of doing whatever he wants. We have an absolute legend to talk about here, okay? An absolute legend named Lieutenant Dan. Now, as you guys probably know, if you've seen Forrest Gump, Lieutenant Dan is a character who served in the armed forces with Forrest Gump, okay? And he essentially braved a hurricane. He had no legs, and he strapped himself to a pole in the middle of a hurricane and survived it to feel something, okay? And eventually got titanium legs. Well, now if you look up Lieutenant Dan on YouTube, there's all of these videos going over the real-life Lieutenant Dan who recently decided to brave the storm of a hurricane. And I think it's pretty funny. It's pretty interesting that this guy managed to survive that. He provided some real content. So I'm curious to see what's going on here with this massive legend.
A Florida man who got the nickname Lieutenant Dan went viral on the internet during Hurricane Milton.
It's always a Florida guy, by the way, right? A hurricane could happen in Ohio, and you would not have one of these people. It has to be Florida. People in Florida are just, it's barely even the United States. They're a different country. It's the spirit of patriotism in Florida, okay?
Because he refused to take shelter, opting to stay on his boat instead. The web was full of people infatuated by his confidence, and others claiming he's a fool. This caused the internet to look into his much less than stellar past, with others accusing him of being a scammer, along with big streaming influencers like Adin Ross getting involved.
Maybe he's not a massive legend. Maybe he's actually a controversial guy. I didn't even know any of that.
With his involvement sparking a brief feud between the two, and the internet had a lot to say about it.
I think whatever he did, no matter what it is, no matter how heinous the crime, you got to forgive him for being on a boat in the middle of a hurricane, okay? Put some respect on his name.
The story of Lieutenant Dan starts off with Unlimited L's tweeting out,
"You need the sea for a hurricane? Thank you for your riveting scientific perspective. I appreciate that one perspective."
Florida man Lieutenant Dan, who refuses to evacuate his 20-foot sailboat in Tampa Bay ahead of Hurricane Milton, has raised over $18,000 so far. Joe C. shared a video explaining that God told him to come out here and get a boat. He's got my back. I'm in good shape. I'm not sweating it. Joe said he won't wear a life jacket and can swim in circles if necessary, as he intends to stick it out in the bay.
Dude, I like the idea that like there's a hurricane coming, like the most powerful force that nature has ever created, that f***s up people's lives beyond repair, that destroys homes, that sucks cats out into the ocean. And you're just like, I'll just swim in circles. It'll be fine. I'll just swim in circles. It's whatever, bro. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I'll just tread water. I'll do, what is it? Dog paddle or whatever. I'll be fine, bro.
The water's going to come in. It's going to rise.
Why do you say the character from Forrest Gump is based off of this when it's obviously not true? I didn't say that. That's not what I said at all. How the f did you extrapolate that from what I said? I did not say he's based off of the real life guy.
If you're on land, it's going to flood. You're risking drowning. I'm on a boat, so the boat goes up with the water. It's really the safest place to be, on my boat, and attaches this video of Lieutenant Dan.
All right, Lieutenant Dan, the people have been asking to set you up a GoFundMe.
Wait, he literally is Lieutenant Dan. He has a missing leg, dude. He has a missing leg.
So that's what I did. The link's in the bio. What do you want to say to everyone that's been supporting you along the way?
I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And if you're starting to GoFundMe, I'm going to tell you what the money is going to be used for. I'm upgrading. I need a bigger boat. I really want something like 35 foot. That was the last boat that I lived on. I only bought this because it was in my price range. I was on Social Security disability. They cut me after 22 years and said I'm no longer disabled. I used to get a check every month. Now I don't get nothing. I have no income. And I'm being blessed every day where, like God says, our daily bread. Every day somebody will give me something. So I don't.
Even a 30-foot boat is super expensive, though. Is 18 grand even enough to get one? I guess it really depends. The AI answer on Google isn't necessarily going to be the most accurate thing in the world, but a 26 to 30-foot twin-engine fishing boat can cost between $150,000 and over $300,000. Well, these are serious fisherman boats. A sailing yacht can cost less than 60 grand if it's recently built, or a little older 40-foot yacht can cost less than 60,000. A large sailing yacht can cost over 1.5 million. Maybe a really one, yeah, maybe one with like 18 holes in it. I don't think 18,000 is enough to pay for a new boat. Maybe if you sell the other one and combine it, but even at that rate, like 40 grand for a boat is probably not going to get you that much.
I go hungry, and I got everything. You know, it's just, God is good, and you people are all angels. So, you know, you're working for Him. He ain't asking for much. Tithe you 10%. Instead of giving it to the church, give it to me.
Awesome, guys. If you want to help out, I put the link in the bio. Let's get Lieutenant
Dude, imagine surviving a hurricane in that. That would be a nightmare. This is basically a dinghy, dude. You're screwed.
Dan a new vessel here and get his sea legs back so we can get to buzzing again. Let's go, baby.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Rachel responds, "We definitely have to find this man after Milton." Borderline says, "Poor guy is too dumb to realize that his boats will be in pieces and he will be dead. Why is he getting money for being a..."
Well, he's getting money because people just want to see him stick it out. They want to see the possibility, you know? I mean, first of all, he said that he doesn't really have, money to pay for, his daily life. He doesn't receive, disabled Social Security benefits, whatever it is anymore. Doesn't receive that government check, that EBT. So he wants money, and people just want to see crazy stuff happen, I could easily see somebody raising $100,000 if they're a good-sized streamer to buy a boat just for a stream, just to see what happens, if they're going into some uncharted waters. People want to see the content, man. They want to see the content. That's why.
Allegromatic says, "Your last sentence accurately summarizes most internet celebrities nowadays." Tom Ed Lund responds, "Life is full of bad decisions. This is one of them."
Well, they'll be eating their words if he survives.
General Patton's Ghost says, "Florida man is real. Imagine Milton being the most destructive hurricane in history, and this guy ends up being found just off Daytona Beach coast, lounging on his sailboat, drinking a Pabst Blue Ribbon." BB says, "Ha, holy fuck, I saw this dude yesterday, but did not realize he was missing a foot."
He's a real life Lieutenant Dan, dude. Okay? That guy in chat who got mad at me earlier, that guy did lie. This is who Lieutenant Dan is based off of in the movie. You're all full of crap.
And Conspiracy News says, "That's why he can swim in circles." That guy Shane tweets out, "Florida man dubbed Lieutenant Dan online says he plans to ride out Category 5 Hurricane Milton in Tampa Bay. People are actually placing wagers on whether he'll live or die."
Dude, that's so dystopian. Placing wagers, Retardio Casino, or is this the Milady people? Placing a bet on whether someone will live or die is so funny, bro. That is crazy. It's like, we could donate money to have him survive, but if he's going to do it, it might be better off to donate based to wager on if he'll live or die. I mean, come on, we could give him money to help him, but instead I'd rather bet on his life. I think that's better. Gambling has reached new heights, new lows even, but I'd say new heights.
And they attach this image showing people placing wagers, along with this clip.
All right, Dan, the people that are new, explain to them why you're deciding to stick out a Category 5, one of the worst hurricanes in Tampa history, out on a 20-foot sailboat in Tampa Harbor.
My faith in God. I don't put my faith in man. God told me to come out here and get a boat. I came out here and got a boat. And everything that he's been telling me over the last 2 days is I'm doing the right thing. He's got my back. I'm in good shape. I ain't sweating it.
God told him, dude. God literally told him, okay? What better confirmation do you need? He's a religious man. He's a scholar. If you need to talk to God and you're Catholic, why would you talk to your priest? Why would you go to confession? Talk to Lieutenant Dan. Get on his boat. He'll give you the spiritual wisdom that you need. Now, from your guys' perspective in chat, I want to see your 1 or a 2. If you had to bet on this man's life and you heard about the situation, keep in mind, we know he survived now, but try to give an honest answer. If you were forced to bet a 1 that he would live or a 2 that he would die, what would you bet? 1 or 2? I would probably bet 2 if I had to bet, honestly. Mostly 1s. Everyone has faith in him. Jeez. Jesus is Lord. We got a very Christian chat here, dude. Mostly 1s, all right? Hey, it is what it is.
We're going to ride this one out. We got set up the way we know what we're doing. And as long as the water just keeps rising, we'll be fine.
Will you be wearing a life jacket?
Hell no.
Are you going to be able to swim if it need be?
In circles.
Life jacket won't protect you from a demon. God will.
Can you swim with 1 leg or what?
Yeah, I can float like a damn champ. But swimming, I just go in circles.
So the plan's just to stick it out here?
Yeah. I mean, the water's going to come in, it's going to rise. If you're on land, it's going to flood, you're risking drowning. I'm in a boat. The boat goes up with the water. So even if the boat goes up 100 feet in the air, I'm going to be up 100 feet in the air with the water. So
But what if it capsizes? What if you get flipped and then you drown? Is the obvious question. I mean, I got to respect this guy's balls, He doesn't care. He's doing whatever it takes. Literally whatever it takes for the content, okay? I got to respect that, Simple science, solid logic right there.
Really, the safest place in the world to be is on my boat, and I got room for 1 more female.
Ooh, he's trying to get some baddies out of this. All right. Respect. Getting some Hawk Tua Getting some serious hawk tua in the middle of a hurricane would definitely be a good event, in my opinion. You can't complain about that, I guess.
Give the people some words of wisdom out there.
Listen, just, you know what to do. Just be safe. Don't do stupid shit. And we'll all be all right. We'll be here, we'll be here tomorrow and the day after.
Perfect, man. Let's go one day at a time. Let's do it.
All right.
Big Trap responds, "Be safe. Don't do stupid shit." Said by the guy who is currently not being safe and is doing the stupidest shit ever.
No faith in the vision. God damn it, dude. No faith in God. No faith in the vision at all. Listen, he's gonna survive. He'll be fine. All right. He owns you.
B says, "This is sad. These can be the last moments we actually see this man. God, please protect him." Robbie James says, 180 mile/hour winds, no life jacket, surrounded by glass windows, likely will crash into.
Get this man on Talk Tua as a reward for living. True. That'd be a much better guess than whoever she's having on now. Mr. Beast. Screw that guy. What did Mr. Beast ever do? Is he in a boat in the middle of a hurricane? Don't think so.
To a building. I don't think he's going to make it, but I sure hope he
does. That would be a really funny Mr. Beast video. I put 100 underage contestants on a boat to see if they'll survive this hurricane. That would be a legendary Beast upload.
Does. Brian tweets out, "Just went over to check on Lieutenant Dan during a break in the weather. He just cut one."
Whoever survives gets a new Mr. Beast branded Tesla filled with a lifetime supply of Feastables.
Of his lines because he said his boat was hitting the wall, but he's okay, and attaches this clip.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Everybody's been worried.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I needed to cut that line, that anchor that's holding me right here. And I'm banging up against the
It's
wall.
been windy. It's a little bit of a down spot now, but you're gonna stay here though?
Yeah. I'm just trying to get over there.
All right, we're over here if you need us.
Okay.
The Wasted Year says, "Throw an AirTag in his boat." And Tej responds, "AirTag gonna be in a tiger shark's digestive system in Key Largo by sunrise, Lamau." Connor responds, "Let Dan know that once this storm is over, I have just the show for him. Has he ever played Fortnite?" Auntie Smartassy says, "You're encouraging this man. What the fuck? Get him to shelter."
Well, I mean, you can say that you're encouraging him, but at the same time, like, he is an adult. He's making his own decision. You can't really sway him out of it, you know? Clearly, he already thinks that he's going to survive. So what are you really going to do by trying to, are you going to like physically grab him? I guess he can't really walk. You can just put him over your shoulder and try to take him to a shelter, but I think it would be extremely difficult. He'd probably fight back. He's got the fear of God in him, okay? God told him to do this. He wouldn't listen.
Then, while the storm was hitting, Drama Alert tweeted out, "Lieutenant Dan
Holy
fear is
shit.
at an all-time high, as video of an unrelated
Dude.
boat is being shared online."
Oh, wait. That's not even his boat?
"Do you think Dan will make it out alive?" And attaches this clip of a boat. Van Life Groiper responds, "Dan's got this.
True.
This is his destiny. He was born for this moment." Connor says, "Yo, the fact that half of X is rooting for this man." Keegan says, "This is not Lieutenant Dan, bruh." Eddie responds, "Lieutenant Dan's GoFundMe has now raised nearly $30,000 in less than 24 hours.
Damn. 30 grand? I hope that guy can like get an apartment after this and actually live somewhere that's not a boat, or at least get a nicer boat. Jeez, 30K, dude. Good for him.
Retardio Casino says, "Bro needs to chill. I got money on the line." Then, after the storm, Drama Alerts tweets out, "Lieutenant Dan confirmed alive and
lived.
survived," and attaches this clip.
How's the ride?
The water's gone.
Yeah, it's going out into the water. It's going out, being pulled out.
Yeah. See? See right there?
How are you doing? No problem?
Oh, here's my ankle.
Was it as bad as you thought?
Huh?
Was it as bad as you thought?
No. Is the water coming back in or still going out?
It's going out.
All right, I gotta
Yep.
get away.
All right, you hang in there.
All right, you guys be safe. I'll see you tomorrow.
You too.
Squid Ron replies, "Dan made it out." Ixweb says, "They should give the key to the city to this man." CZ says, "He must have filmed everything. Cameraman never dies." Ricky says, "He's him," and attaches this gif of a Florida man. Keek says, "How did he live? This is fake." And Trend responds, "Because as usual, meteorologists were wrong and over-exaggerated the storm."
Did they over-exaggerate it? I mean, I saw a lot of damage. I mean, realistically, the thing meteorologists are supposed to do is like predict the worst possible scenario, right? So that people can get out. Imagine if they underreported the storm and then a bunch of people died, they'll be blamed for that. So I think it's better to like overreport on the severity of the storm, you know, what it could be, rather than underreport.
And now Adin Ross gets involved when Drama Alert tweets out, Adin Ross is gifting Florida man Lieutenant Dan a new boat and a kick deal, and attaches this clip.
We were able to come up. I'm going to be able to pay for a boat for you. We're going to get you a nice boat in the range of $50,000 to $100,000. And we're going to get you a full-time kick deal, which is a live streaming deal where you can stream your entire voyages and all your adventures. And you could have a passive income come in. And you're going to be, you're going to have a kick deal, man, a live streaming deal. So you could live stream and connect with fans all over the world, and they could really see your adventure, man.
Wow. Thank you.
It's gonna be insane.
I mean that from, I don't know what else to say other than thank you. And bless you all.
Ghosty says, Dan literally just hit jackpot of a lifetime.
This is the crazy thing. Like, this guy wanting to do this in the past, nobody would have even known anything about him. Nobody would have even heard of this guy. He would just be, I mean, maybe they'd write about him in a local paper or something, right? But now with the internet, like, we get to enjoy this guy's life and the content and the shit he's experiencing in real time. He can make money off it. He can make an actual career off of doing whatever he wants, off of surviving something that, you know, in general, he wouldn't have gotten any benefit for prior to that. You know, is it dangerous that he wanted to do this? Yeah, obviously. Should he have done it? Probably not. But he did survive, and now he gets a, you know, serious financial deal out of it. Everything is content now. Obviously, there are negatives to that. Didn't he set a woman on fire? He set a woman on fire? What? He set a woman on fire? I have not heard that.
Kick Livestreams also tweets out that Lieutenant Dan survived, and he's been offered a $2 million kick deal and a $100,000 boat.
Oh my, Kick has so much money, dude. I mean, I'm sorry, he's not worth $2 million. Good for him if he gets it. I would do the same thing if I was him, but $2 million? Jesus Christ.
Seth responds, while the rest of us are over here actually grinding away doing things. I'm low-key actually mad about this.
The thing is, you can be mad about it all you want, but like, realistically, this guy planted his flag, you know? You're just streaming video games. You say you're grinding doing things. This guy wanted to do something crazy and wanted to publicize it online. He wanted to be in a boat during a hurricane. None of these streamers are doing this, you know? That's just pure jealousy. That's pure envy. You should be happy about the fact that he's getting an opportunity for doing something crazy, you know? You're streaming Call of Duty. He's surviving a literal hurricane in a boat. Like, he is actually doing things.
Scorpion says, this just proves everyone's point. It's not about how much you grind to get recognition on Kick. Hawk Tua Girl is the other recent gifted partner.
It's not about how much you grind to get recognition, but like, if you're grinding away and people like your content, you're going to get attention. You're going to get recognition. If you're not, nobody's going to care, right? If you're doing something interesting, innovative, groundbreaking, something that's really like notable, you're going to get attention for that. If you're just streaming away like for hours and hours and nobody's watching you, why should you deserve recognition? Why should you deserve that? You shouldn't.
Sage Loud says, that $2 million could go to aid those affected by the hurricane, but sure.
It's always with this kind of shit. That $2 million could go anywhere else. Yeah, well, when you buy Burger King, that could go to children in Africa who are starving. You're going to buy Burger King though, aren't you? Come on, bro. What is with the pocket watching? They're a business. Obviously, they're going to try to get a really notable guy to be a part of their platform.
Myron Gaines responds, so you guys will offer a homeless criminal that can't even spell the word stream a multi-million-dollar deal before Sneeko? You guys are fucking... This is why Rumble Video is
Yeah, this is why Rumble's better. I'm sure Rumble's really winning right now.
superior. And Gentile News Network responds,
Tom said if you aren't risking death, you don't deserve success. That's not what I said. What I said was that if you're not doing anything notable, obviously there's no necessary reason people are going to go check out your stuff. If you are doing something notable, there is a reason people will check out your stuff. I don't think it's good to be risking your life for content, but obviously if you are, you know, you're going to get, you know, notoriety from that. Like, do you deserve attention on YouTube just because you're playing video games? No, you have to be entertaining. He's arrested 9 times. One was for trying to set a woman on fire. Lieutenant Dan's a career criminal arrested over 9 times. His real name is Joseph Malinowski, a common Ashkenazi Jewish Polish surname. Why does the Jewish surname matter?
He's been arrested over 9 times, and one was for trying to set a woman on fire, and attaches a tweet they made where they said,
well, the question is, what did she do?
Lieutenant Dan is a career criminal arrested over 9 times. His real name is Joseph Malinowski, a common Ashkenazi Jewish/Polish surname. Morgan responds, and now he's getting a $100K deal. I cannot deal. Homeboynicus says, I mean, he lives under a bridge. Let it be. Gentile News Network says, he won't be there for long. Bro's about to get a $100,000 boat from Adin Ross and a Kick streaming career setup.
Can we get details on those charges? What happened? Okay, this guy's saying who cares. I don't think this is a who cares situation. If he's a career criminal who's like a horrible person, I think you should, you know, maybe he doesn't deserve that kind of deal, but I guess it's not up for me to decide. It's for Adin Ross to decide. But what was the context of these crimes? Can we get deeper stories and lore there?
Emerald says, who cares? The dude had one leg since 16. I would be disgruntled too. You folks are some crybabies. Ergonomics says, for fuck's sake, we're labeling the homeless now? Gentile News Network says, the guy just got a $100K boat deal from Adin Ross and a Kick streaming career promoted by the largest streamer on the platform. Dimitri quotes Gentile and says, bro race swaps every time he gets a
He's just tanned, bro. He lives in Florida. Race swapping. Yeah, he took the he took the proper pigment pills.
arrested. Kodo quote tweets Gentile and says, dude looks like a skin graph. Howling Mutant says, every time you look into the background of someone powerful, they turn out to be Jewish. For example, this one-legged drug addict who lives in a sailboat. Every single time.
Yeah, so true.
Rob responds, he couldn't get off that boat because that's where he was hiding the hurricane machine. Control
True.
Crusader says, steps to world dominance. Control the media.
God, the schizo right-wingers are chiming in.
Yeah. Control politicians. Control crippled drug addicts who live in sailboats. Clip tweets out, Kick offered a Lieutenant Dan a $2 million deal and a $100,000 boat after surviving Hurricane Milton. This is someone who was...
Well, I assume they didn't know about that prior. I guess they should background check him.
Allegedly found guilty of aggravated kidnapping, predatory criminal SA, and a CP for the 2004 kidnapping and R of a 10-year-old.
What do you mean allegedly? You shouldn't just say allegedly. You should look into the charges there. What do you mean allegedly? What do you mean allegedly? You can tell if it happened or not based on the charges. If he's found guilty, you can literally look up the court documents, like dog pack moment.
And Community Notes immediately responds to this and says, the person convicted for R-ing a 10-year-old girl is named John Malinowski. Lieutenant
So it's a different person. They just slandered him.
Dan's name, as shown in the mugshots, is Joseph Malinowski. They are not the same person, and John was convicted to 120 years in prison. Centric responds, this is false and needs to be community noted.
People are just slandering this dude. They're just straight up slandering him. Is the claim about him trying to set a woman on fire even true? What was he? Was it just petty robbery he was arrested for? Like, if we're gonna make these kind of claims, you realize you can look up the charges before you publicize it, right? You can literally look up court documents. They're public.
That is a different person with Dan's mugshot photoshopped onto it.
Twitter is such a cesspit of like just farming now. It's just, like, slander is just signal boosted because you get attention for it. You can just lie about someone and that's it. That's the point. The point of Twitter now is literally just slander. That's it.
Dan was found guilty of other crimes, though, so you should at least take the time to find the right information. Bad
True.
info nullifies good arguments.
Good take from Centric.
Dorner says, this is actually disgusting. And they wonder why they say Kick is the site that protects these kinds of people. And Clip responds, if only Kick rewarded streamers that grind on their platform like...
Dude, this is always a thing. Streamers that grind on their platform. Just because you're grinding doesn't mean your grind is worth it. Party hips when? Right now. Whoa. Is that what you wanted? There you go. There you go, buddy. Just because you're grinding, just because you're putting in the work, doesn't mean it's worth it. You have to make it notable. You have to be worthy. If you're grinding and you deserve to get rewarded for it, you will be. You just will be. People will like your stuff.
This. Gideon quote tweets Clip and says, why keep this up when it's been proven false? You a hoe for real. ASIC quote tweets Clip and says, I'm crying. Adin Ross just offered a Kick deal to Hitler. Then Macadocious813 posts in the R Tampa subreddit, entitles it, interesting info being revealed about Tampa's Lieutenant Dan. Grifter's gonna grift. And attaches a tweet that says, Lieutenant Dan is a digital creator who started a GoFundMe 3 weeks ago. He has 4 names and was arrested for battering Leo/AMT with a violin. He's already up to 20K.
He beat someone with a violin? This is like the Office charges? What? This is like It's Always Sunny? He beat someone with a violin? That doesn't even sound real. With a violin? Out of any, it's like he dropped pianos on people. He was arrested for dropping anvils on passerby. on Hollywood Boulevard? Like, musical battery? Is this true at all? He beat someone with a violin. How did he even have a violin? Does he play the violin? Is he in an orchestra? What lore do I need to know about this guy that I don't know?
And has accepted the mayor's offer for shelter. I hate grifters, and attaches this clip from TikTok.
First off, this man has a GoFundMe with over $20,000 in it. He's not homeless. Period. He lives on a boat. Except for the short year that he spent in prison for beating a EMT with
a violin? Is that listed in the charges? Offense: battery, resisting officer with violent. Okay, but where's a violin come from? Did he just grab a random violin from like Guitar Center and beat someone over the head with it? How does that even happen?
the violin. His GoFundMe is under a different name than the one that he's using in the Daily Press and the one that he was arrested in. So it's really hard to tell who exactly he is. But what I have found is that his Facebook page lists himself as a digital creator. That's right, a digital creator. He lives in Palm Beach. Knowing that there was going to be a storm, he anchored himself to the worst place in all of Tampa.
Oh, so they're saying the entire thing was a grift from the start. He planned it all. He wasn't actually homeless. He got in the boat and created this kind of fake persona, is what they're saying.
The worst place. From where he anchored, there are 4 marinas. The Hillsborough River, a short jaunt, like literally not even 700 feet from where he's anchored, would have been a safer location to put his boat. He was offered hotels. He was offered homes. He has clearly made $20,000 in a GoFundMe. All of this for internet clout.
In fairness, it is for internet clout. I don't really care if he did it for internet clout. The thing I would care about is if he faked the backstory or if he was an actual career criminal before all this happened, which it seems he has some charges. One of them looked like it was for battery for sure. With a violin, though. With a violin.
Meantime, there are people who are homeless in Tampa and St. Pete, Clearwater area. There are people who are infirm, who are gravely ill, who have no cars.
This is a thing I always question. Like, how do homeless people even survive some of these events? Like, I live in Maine where it's cold as fuck during the winter. Like, it'll get down to the negatives sometimes. How do these people even survive? How do they even live? How? You know what I mean? Shelters? Can the shelters hold everyone, though? They don't. They just die. Where do their bodies go? Does the government come by with a street sweeper? How do they live? How do they exist? In Maine, stealing propane based. Who the fuck lives in Maine? Me. That's about it.
Who cannot leave, who do not have options, and those people have my sympathies. Those are the people that deserve our sympathy. Not people who have decided that they want to chase clout on the internet. Not people who have $20,000 in a GoFundMe that they started 3 weeks ago. Not people who came to Tampa to make a point. Not people who chase internet fame.
Versa enthusiast responds to this post by saying, I had never heard anything about this guy until yesterday when I heard the mayor, I think, say that they had picked the guy up, so I googled him. The GoFundMe was created by some TikToker and his buddy. It literally says in the description of the GoFundMe, my friend Will and I are managing this page together. Why Terrence, the TikToker, set the beneficiary as his friend Will, I don't know. The Facebook page listing him as a digital creator being some gotcha is also incredibly stupid, seeing as he could have just changed it to that at any time. He has also got an Instagram link to his Facebook, where there's a post from 180 weeks ago showing him living on a boat. Claiming he is not homeless because he lives on a boat is also kind of funny. That thing ain't exactly huge. Painting him as some calculated grifter is stupid. I'm in no way saying he is some saint, and he seems slightly mentally unwell, but I've never met him, so who knows. Calvetch responds to Versa enthusiast and says, I'm generally in agreement with this. To be honest, Terrence, and now every other creator, is milking this guy to grow their followers. Terrence has gone from 60k to 600k followers since Helene doing 90.
The thing is, I don't really care if he's milking the situation. I would care if he lied ahead of time, right? Like, if he lied to get sympathy and he wasn't actually homeless or didn't really need the money, I would care about that. But, like, if he's trying to get clout off of it, like, I mean, that's what you do, right? Online. That's what you would do in any situation like that, you know? Like, if people wanted to donate more money to him than he really needed, like, did he need 20 grand? Probably not. But if they're going to keep giving him money, like, whatever. I don't really care.
90% content on this guy. This is purely engagement farming. I've now seen like 5+ other TikTokers going down to that boat this week just to get videos of him for likely the same exact reason. I think the grift are these handlers. I saw the first TV interview with this guy before Helene. He wasn't asking for anything. The fund and everything since has been driven by these TikTok guys. Scumbags. For Breeze It Away responds, dude is missing a leg and his disability was denied. Living in a sailboat so he doesn't get arrested under new vagrancy laws. TikTok Karen isn't happy he might get money. And Tropical Jesus says, yeah, honestly, fuck this TikTok Karen. She's saying that he came here from Palm Beach just for the storm. I literally bike commute to work downtown along Bayshore 5 days a week. Ride right by him. The dude has been out on a sailboat in the channel for at least 2 months. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was a day where the wind was particularly bad and his anchor came loose. He ended up drifting into the Davis Island Bridge, and me and another guy on the bridge grabbed one of his lines and helped to pull him off the bridge. Does he have mental health issues? Oh, almost assuredly. Doesn't mean there's some grift going on. Then this, plus the stuff with his criminal record, caused murmurs around the internet that Adin Ross was—
Oh shit, they retracted the deal? Oh no, dude. So they promised it to him without a background check, found out about the controversy and whatever he's done in the past, which is allegedly beating an EMT, like a ambulance worker with a violin, and then they backed out.
Was removing his kick deal. When Fearbuck tweets out, Lieutenant Dan is upset after being told that Adin Ross and Kick are no longer giving him his boat and a kick deal, after they found out about his history, which includes assaulting a woman and a police officer, and attaches this clip.
Feel about Adin Ross telling you he not getting you a boat no more?
He came to me. I never went to him. He offered it to me. I never asked for it. So then he turned around and he started seeing about my history. Well, you should have did that before you made the offer.
True. I mean, probably true. He probably should have done that. I mean, the guy's admitting he has some kind of criminal history here, right? I don't know which crimes are real and which are not. It seems like the PDF file allegation was not real, or it was you know, just totally fake. But as far as the other, you know, assault charge, that seems to have been real. But I mean, he's right. Like, these people agreed to it. They never asked him about his history.
You know, if you're worried about your image and who you have working for you, you should have done your
grounds for unlawful termination. Unlawful termination. Well, I mean, it's not like he was going to be an employee though, right? He was just going to be given money. I think Kick has contractors. I don't think you get signed on as an employee if you're signed to their website, I would guess. Aiden in chat says, it's true. He dropped a piano on my head and my teeth fell out like the keys. On another occasion, he pulled out a comically large hammer from his pocket and beat me to the ground like a screw. Hey, listen, Aiden, sometimes you're a hammer, sometimes you're a nail, and you were definitely a nail.
due diligence and look me up before you made me an offer of $100,000 sign-on bonus, $50,000 a month with a $100,000 boat.
True.
And I'm gonna let you go because I don't care about that. But I'm gonna tell you this.
He took the money away too?
Huh?
He took the $100K?
Took that, as far as I know, everything.
Oh, wow.
You know, and that's the thing. I mean,
Putting ketchup right on his eggs, bro. This guy's a menace.
I didn't ask you for it.
You know, sometimes you have the ketchup, you put it in the plate. You know, you have the eggs, you have the toast, you have the hash browns. You maybe make like a super bite sort of combination thing and then put it in the ketchup. But putting ketchup right on the eggs, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. That's probably the worst thing he's done so far. Never mind the violin allegations. Putting ketchup right on the eggs, I don't know. There's something about that just grosses me out.
Offered it. I agreed.
Like if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna put ketchup on eggs, like it's gotta be a little different. It's a sandwich. I don't know. There's something about it. There's certain things that I'm weird about, and that's one of them.
Do what you asked me to do. You asked me to
I have weird things about food. Like I'll eat eggs, but I won't eat eggs alone. I'll only eat eggs if it has toast because the texture of eggs alone bothers me. So there has to be toast with it. And if it's gonna be ketchup, I refuse to put the sauce on the eggs. It has to be like I take like a piece of the egg, I combine it with a piece of the home fries, and then I dip that in the ketchup. I don't know. There's something about it.
Be on kick 100 hours a month. I agreed. I said no problem. I'll do it. I'm down for that. We agreed, and then all of a sudden, next
autistic
thing I
behavior.
hear and see on the internet.
I think I might be autistic. You never know. Oompaville, when I went to his house, he was convinced that I was autistic, and he was trying to convince me that I had Asperger's or something, which is possible. You never know.
How you're disgusted with my history and that deal is done.
So what about your history that disgusts him so bad? Because we all got a history. Nobody closet clean.
I went to prison. I did jail time. But I have to tell you, point blank, God to my soul, I'm innocent of all the charges. I was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer. He said I punched him in the nose. I never even saw the cop. He beat the hell out of me from behind. And then I went to prison for a year and a day on a battery on a Leo charge. And I never even saw him. But the thing is this, where karma and God are real. Because
the sandwich does look kind of good, though.
The bartender who started it all, the manager and the arresting officer were all the witnesses. While I went to prison for 5.5 months, the 44-year-old bartender had a massive heart attack in his sleep and died.
Oh my God.
The cop, who was a street cop that used to wear the sheriff's thing across his...
You're real for the egg stuff? Keep kinging it up. I will. I know I'm real. I know I'm right, okay? I have the best takes on food of all time, okay? I also don't eat mushrooms. I refuse to eat mushrooms, and I think I'm based for that. No mushroom consuming whatsoever.
Chest and had the gun and the boots and, the military. He's now behind a desk at the substation in Lake Worth. So that when you walk in, he's like, how can I help you? Tell me that ain't a demotion.
Right.
And on top of that, he looks like he's got cancer.
Oh my God.
And that's my fault. I didn't do nothing to you.
He looks like he's got
Karma,
cancer. Destroyed.
You got on a stand and said, I punched you in the nose when you know damn well I didn't do it.
The karma was death. Oh my God. Karma maxing to a crazy degree. Adin Ross taking everything from Lieutenant Dan. I mean, I don't blame Adin for retracting that offer given the controversy, but he could have maybe foreseen this happening. Maybe planned out a little better. I don't see Adin Ross as a very forward-thinking, long-term thinking guy.
I never even saw you.
Bad take, mushrooms are so overpowered. They're overrated and they're disgusting.
That's crazy.
Mr. Joe makes me feel old. You can just call me Jay.
Jay. So do you like that?
Don't know if he has a small head or a comically large hat. I would guess probably large hat and small head. He looks like a bit emaciated. Small head.
They call you Lieutenant Dan?
I don't care. I gotta rephrase that. Let me reword that. I do, but I don't. I do because it's what got me blown up the way I am.
Yeah.
But I'm not Dan. I'm not Lieutenant Dan. I'm not a lieutenant. I've never been in the military. Never claimed to be. And
respect for the armed forces. He doesn't want to engage in stolen valor.
I don't want them to associate me being in the military because of this.
Yeah.
They think I'm a vet and things like that. And I'm not a vet. I never claimed to be.
Are you happy about your GoFund hitting 30-something thousand though?
I'm free.
You supposed to be living your best life in Dubai. Or you are?
I'll be there. It's only the beginning.
This is just the beginning? I know that's right.
4KT responds, your past will always catch up to you when you're famous. I'm not even mad at Adin for not paying, bro. Like, he literally assaulted a woman. At least he got 2 minutes of fame. Zabe says, guess Lieutenant Dan's past caught up with him. No boat for you, just the waves of justice. Danny replies, Adin scamming everybody like, and attaches.
He looks like the happy merchant meme here. Jesus. This is such a cooked screenshot, dude. Why does he look like that? He looks evil.
This image of Adin. The text.
Adin Ross is an evil looking person, in my opinion.
This one responds, good. Lieutenant Dan is no one's hero. Never break kayfabe, quote tweets Fearbuck and says, that's how people turn into serial killers. Adin Ross then tweets out, bro, what did I do wrong? I also never said I was taking any deals away. Twitter yet again lied on my name. I only reacted to his past charges. I never said I wasn't gonna not follow through. I'm in a weird position now. What are your guys' thoughts? And he also tweets out, I said this right after the clip where I reacted to Lieutenant Dan. I never said I was taking the offer / deal / boat away.
Also, he didn't? Okay, so the internet just lies constantly. All these clip farming accounts are just constantly lying. You'll notice this because they get benefited for it. And there's no pushback because they're anonymous people, you know? I see a lot of clip farmers clearly take people out of context and straight up lie about them. One time I think I told one of them to buy a rope because I was like, you suck, dude. But a lot of them, like, they just content farm and that's it. They have no actual moral position. And they spread misinformation about people all day.
The internet loves to make me look bad.
I don't care. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty, first of all. Second of all, I'm allegedly alleged for a lot of shit, bro. Like, look at me, bro. Like, people think I'm the worst human being of all time. People want to kill me, bro. All these shits want to kill me and shit, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real with you guys, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, until, like, I see some facts and shit and proof, it don't mean shit to me, bro. Like, I don't care.
Talking Lizard responds, the internet loves to make me look bad, and attaches all the arrest pictures of Lieutenant Dan. Scuba Ryan then tweets out, Adin Ross goes off on the internet for lying on his name for canceling Lieutenant Dan's kick deal and $100,000 boat by providing proof that he has not gone back on his word. And
so these people literally, they managed to lie, and then they got to bait Dan into thinking that the news was real because he's a boomer and doesn't understand people just lie online. Lying on the internet? Who would do that? And then they kind of orchestrated the drama.
Confirms he is still getting him both.
Everything. I actually messaged Terrence. I'm going to show you guys the text at 4 a.m. last night after I ended stream. Look what I said. Look what I said. Hey, bro, did he see a boat he likes? Look. Hey, bro, did you see a boat he likes? That's after I ended stream last night. So Dan is getting his boat and he's getting everything. So then you got people coming up to him in person saying, Adin Ross, cancel your shit. What do you feel about it? Leave that.
Screw going viral. I never want that. Yeah, if you don't handle it in the right way, or if the internet doesn't handle it in the right way, it can straight up ruin your life, man. Because if you go viral on certain websites like Twitter, people will just see it as free reign to slander you because they know they'll get interaction from it, and they don't actually care about the consequences to you. So there can be serious negative consequences for going viral, you know? The dark side of going viral. You know, I think to the and even beyond that, to like the average person who like goes viral, it's very mentally hard to handle that kind of thing. You know, you have all these people talking about you, inflating your ego. Then, you know, the next day they find out something about you they don't like and they try to destroy your life. They shit on you, call you a horrible person, whether or not they know that the information is true. Like, you know, I think a lot of people aren't mentally equipped to handle that kind of thing.
That man alone. I'm working myself out with him. We are going to make sure he gets the boat and the money and and everything. And all you people that are saying don't pay him, everyone's got a fucking past. And I don't want people to say, because I already thought about what I'm going to say about this. People say, oh, now you're just paying because of the backlash. I DM'd this guy at 4 a.m. before the backlash surfaced the internet.
Yoxic says, he is cooking you, buddy. Then Drama Alerts tweets out, Adin Ross calls Lieutenant Dan to tell him he will still be getting the deal and the $100,000 boat, and attaches this clip.
3, 2... Yo!
Yo.
Dan!
What's up?
You let the internet get a hold of you, man. I never ever said any of that stuff. It's all fake news.
Okay. That's all right. Good with me. I'm good with you. That's fine. I didn't care.
I know you didn't care. I saw you.
Is that Convy or is that one of the Island Boys? I can't tell. All these people are blending together in my mind.
It broke my heart a little bit because it's so easy to manipulate the internet into thinking of a clip. I pulled up a clip. Yeah, I pull up a clip, right? I pull up a clip, and I'm like, what? Right after that, I said, I don't care about any of that. I said, we all have a past, for one. For two, you open up to me about your past drug addiction and stuff, bro. I would never do that. I would never, ever take back what I offered you, bro. We had a good conversation. I even texted your boy Tanner at 4:30 in the morning. After the stream ended, I said, well, let's have a boat. Does he want? Did he pick out his boat?
A car responds, it took less than a week for this guy to become world famous, get a $100,000 boat, and a kick deal. This is what being brave can get you.
Yeah, but it also could have gone the other way. He could have easily died. He could have easily just drowned, right? So I wouldn't advise that anyone do this, you know. With the past charges, you know, I'd have to look into those more, so I'm kind of skeptical on how good of a person this guy is. But, I mean, definitely if you want to go viral, there are ways you can do it through this, you know. Just keep in mind there's serious consequences. If you have a rap sheet, if you have some kind of bad past, and even on top of that, even if you don't, if you're a really clean guy, that can even become a risk for you.
And Andius replies, took less than 48 hours for the guy to become world famous and get canceled and get uncanceled again. Imsib responds, crime pays.
Don't care he served his time. Well, if you found out that somebody molested a kid but they served their time, wouldn't you still say that's a bad guy, right? Obviously Dan didn't do that, but I'm just saying you would still be like, well, what the fuck? There are some crimes where it's like, okay, 20 years ago you got caught speeding, you know, you went to jail for a night, whatever. But if somebody, you know, does something really horrible, like, you're going to have a different kind of perspective on that. You know, the crime matters.
Apparently, good things happen to bad people. Bad things happen to good people. That's the way it is. HHB says, only doing...
That's... Good things happen to bad people, bad things happen to good people. That's the way it is. That's a completely black pill perspective on life. That is just not true.
It's a safe face. He's a liar. Says, Adin Ross is such a W. And Zach responds, dude's been arrested 18 times. Come on now.
Was he arrested for stealing candy corn or for beating someone over the head with a violin?
Again, after the storm, CBS News does an interview with Lieutenant Dan. The viral Florida man known as Lieutenant Dan is safe after riding out Hurricane Milton on his sailboat in Tampa Bay, telling CBS News that the Category 3 storm was pretty mellow, despite smashing his boat up against the wall. I'm not scared of anything, he said, adding that if another hurricane comes, I'd remain in my boat no matter what. And they attached this clip.
It was pretty mellow. The wind picked up for a little bit and bounced me around. At one point last night, I was getting bashed up against this wall. So I went out and I cut my anchor line to get away from it. So I have a $250 anchor sitting down there that I got to go in and get.
Dan, you weren't afraid at all last night?
No, I'm not scared of anything. What I've been through, this weather is nothing. And I put my faith in God. God told me to come here. God told me 5 years ago, I was in Colorado, he put on my heart, Tampa, Florida, and get a boat.
I woke up one morning with that on my heart, and that's all I could think about. But what happened last night was nothing compared to Helena.
So you think if another storm rolls through Tampa, you're going to remain on your boat?
Yeah, I'd remain on the boat no matter what.
Thriller responds, God save Lieutenant Dan. I'm very happy you survived. Marianne says, faith over fear. Hefziba says, I'm so encouraged by this man's faith. Peachy Keen says, first thing I did this morning was check if he was okay. Elle the designer says,
very interesting story here. I think that, you know, obviously the twists and turns are very interesting, but I think there is kind of a lesson to be learned here about, you know, first of all, if you want to do crazy shit, maybe sometimes it will make you go viral. But on the other hand, if the storm was worse, if the consequences were worse, he easily could have drowned in the storm and then it wouldn't have been worth it, right? And on top of that, once again, for someone like him who has a rap sheet, I mean, getting that exposed to the entire internet can be very negative, can be very bad. Ultimately, it seems like he is getting a kick deal and he'll make it out okay, you know, despite the misinformation about him getting it pulled away from him. But, you know, going viral is not always all it's cracked up to be. That's what makes it interesting from our perspective, yeah, but from his perspective, it can be bad, you know, obviously. Obviously, from our perspective, it is very, you know, interesting. More of a statement about the drama machine and internet culture than about a homeless guy with a past? Yeah, for sure, for sure. Because this guy, you know, in a vacuum would have just been carrying on his day. Nobody would have even known, you know? Will you do a subathon? If so, just so I can accurately predict when my grandma's life support will fail. If so, when? So I can accurately predict when my grandma's life support will fail, which is unrelated to your subathon. My donation shouldn't be investigated. Definitely put her on DNR so you can give me all that money, all right? I need the money more than the hospital does, let's be honest. Dadon Ozzy's latest vid is the best low-tier god vid. Dadon Ozzy? How can I never find anything I want? Low-tier god. Oh, this video? Interesting. I'll check that out. Why not? Why not go deep on this lore? I don't know the whole low-tier god story, so it should be interesting to hear that. Although, keep in mind, as with any allegations, you got to take it all with a grain of salt. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Hey, Tom, I made a short little song out of the cover you did for Joe Desi's Freaking You on my channel. All right, I'm going to check this out really quick. Hey, Tom, I know you said no more songs. One of the first artists Diddy ever signed is named Joe Desi. A very famous song by him is called Freaking You. Joe Desi, Freaking You? No way. I wanna freak you. Wake up feeling so horny. Okay. That's a little on the nose. I wake up feeling so horny. Every time I close my eyes. No way. I wake up feeling so horny. I'm so horny, I'm gonna go. I wake up feeling so horny. I wake up feeling so horny. This is insane. Every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny. Every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny. I wanna freak you now. I wanna freak you now. I wanna freak you now. Bro, that's insane. All right, damn. I'll paste a link to that in chat if you want to check that out. That was pretty cool. That was pretty crazy, bro. God damn. That was fucking fire. That was straight fire, dude. That was good. You got to play this on your next date? Yeah, I'll play that in the background. Well, I'm giving back shots. I'll play that, okay? Next date in 10 years. That was so fire, dude. Holy shit. That's crazy. I feel like the only problem maybe is that the mix of the vocals is kind of low. It's kind of hard to hear behind the synths, but it is good. I do like that. That's really funny, dude. That's awesome. Damn. Shout out to the stream viewers who make content out of it. It's good to see. We do love to see it. We do love to see it, dude. Dude, I don't go on this subreddit, but apparently there is a Turkey Tom subreddit, and some of the content there I like is just like, what the fuck is this? Like, some of these videos are insane, dude. This guy just found a guy that looks like me and just filmed him in real life. Why?
That's me. That's me. Yeah, that's me. He's legendary.
He's legendary. He's like in a bar filming that. This guy posted a soy jack they drew of me. Very nice. I do like that. I do like that kind of content. This guy said, "Will Tom ever drop the stop gooning hat, or am I finished?" I already dropped it. This person just said brain rot.
What's this called? I've been reading a long time ago. Where do you come from? Where do you go? I've been reading a long time ago. Okay.
Dude, true. Whatever's happening in China right now is fire. Incest, stalking,
rearranging furniture.
What the fuck is that? I think that's funny. I feel like if I was past... What is this? What is this? Bloat maxing is the title of this clip? I think that's funny. I feel like if I was past bloat max picture of myself, I would find it really funny. No. Dude, what the hell? No, not that one.
Oh my god!
There's a lot. This subreddit is like full of cancer. People are saying this is me. I saw this. People are saying this is me. Tom's never beating the eyeliner allegations. But this guy says, tried a subtle look, messed up, had to go all in. And I saw like the top comment on this was like Turkey Tom. Literally the top one was like Turkey Tom. Like I was like, bro, leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's not me. He's got his own swag going on, okay? I don't even know what this is. Some comment. You know, since we made a hit piece on Peethan, Nick is not green, etc. I probably won't watch that. Jackie Tom. What is... They just edited me into Jackie Chan? They just edited me over Jackie Chan's body? Do they make me look more Asian? Or is it just because it's on his body? They're just saying this guy is... That's it? They're just... No context. They're just saying this guy on the top right is me. That's it? Tom's new favorite Froggy Fresh song. I do like that one. Tom, after waging internal warfare against the Goon Embassy, that's it. I'm going on a goon strike. What does that even... I'm going on a goon strike? JF Gary Epi, that one didn't age so well.
Serial griller for life, 50 DKK. Here's a joke. How can you tell your wife
That
is
doesn't
dead?
sound like a good thing to read.
No, I read this.
Okay.
How can you tell your wife is dead? Answer: the sex is the same, but the dishes keep stacking up. Jesus.
Okay, so the lore there is that this guy allegedly killed his wife. Is this me? What is this? Is this the Indian accent? I don't know what the fuck that is. This guy says, "Gada-gadi, gada-gada-oh." Anyone know the Tom Dark video where he keeps saying, "Gada-gadi, gada-gada-oh"? I don't even remember. I feel like it's all of them. Turkey tomorrow slopping all over brain slop. And it just shows that I liked this reel and it has me a turkey. Okay. This guy says H with a picture of me looking like I got stung by bees and also showing my arms, I guess. Why does he say it like skibidi? Because it's funnier that way. Well, the reason why I think that came to mind is because it was originally skibbity toilet, but if you put that into an AI voice, it says skibidi. So I think that's where it came from. People just started saying it that way. Tom Dark car with a picture of whatever this weird buggy is. New Turkey Tom Soy Jack. All right. I acted out the slave bit. Couldn't send the video here, so it's on my profile. I feel like I probably shouldn't look at that. I can't post the funny vid here. My balls hurt. The people requested I had delivered. Thank you for this funny bit, Tom. Even though my balls hurt right now, I acted out the slave bit. Try to post it 7 times on my profile. What is this? Yeah! Okay, I mean, that's just good content right there. That's just good content. We've watched that before. That's just good content. Does this man have a fanfic because I need it? Someone tell mom about this? It's not even available. I can't even see it. It's so fucking over. What is this art? Former YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki dies at age 56 after losing her battle with cancer. She was alone with me? A duck. Is this a Smiling Friends character? Some character from... Is this Undertale? The Roblox chicken nugget, my melody, whoever this is, off-color Snorlax. I don't even know what all this is, dude. Susan was alone. This is all cancer. Turkish Tom fell off. 0 views on recent vlog.
You cannot gun because he is a Christian who would never gun. But if you gun with him and you make him want to gun, then he may want to gun with you, and then you...
Tom going over the cringe on the subreddit didn't acknowledge my cringe edit on Twitter. If it was cringe, I probably just didn't acknowledge it because I didn't want to for obvious reasons, or maybe I just didn't see it.
You go and you will go together and come. You will come. Whatever you do, make sure you do.
Accurate.
Take a camera flash. Jury game amazing. Car game crazy.
What is that? The Full Turkey Time webcomic by Shonata the Succubus? What is this shit? Turkey Tom in a reverse bear trap? This is me in the saw mask? Why? Just why? Why? Is it just me or does it look like Tom? Dude, don't say... Yes, I do kind of look like that guy. Fuck off, though. All right. Skibbity Thomas. All right. Well, the reason this Reddit is dead is because I never acknowledge it. I probably will never acknowledge it again. This is probably the only time I've acknowledged this Reddit. I've never promoted it. I probably never will. But, well, we got some interesting content out of that, I guess. I don't know what the fuck was going on there, bro.